Welcome into the Lakers Report by Chat Sports. I'm Jeffrey Cooperstein. On today's show, a major report from NBA insider, the king himself, Charania of ESPN, went on the Pat McAfee Show and had some interesting things to say about Luka's future with the Los Angeles Lakers. So let's just jump right in to what Shams had to say. In talking to people around Luka over the last 72 hours, I was at that Lakers-Clippers game on Sunday. He had no intention of ever leaving Dallas. He had just bought a new home in Dallas for a lofty price. He did not want to go anywhere. You'd think a player coming from abroad, they're very committed, they're loyal, and that's how he viewed himself with the Mavericks. One team, one city forever, and I think that's going to carry over to the Lakers. Obviously, the Mavericks had Dirk for 21 seasons, and Luka was poised to fit into that billing as well before he was traded to the Lakers. So I think he will bring that same loyalty over to the Los Angeles Lakers here. And I do expect him to sign a long-term deal to remain with the Lakers, whether it's this offseason or the next. Loyalty is important to this guy, and the Mavericks over the last couple of seasons weren't exactly the most loyal partner to Luka. They got rid of his personal training staff. They got rid of the chefs that he brought on board. They got rid of, as he said, they get rid of everybody I like, and the Mavericks did do that, and then they ended up trading him. I think so far, so good with the Lakers. It seems like they've developed a really good rapport and relationship early on, and hopefully that can continue into the future. Shams continued to say this: I think he's loving his time in LA. I think he's loving the Lakers. You think about what the Lakers brand is, it's treating stars like stars. It's Hollywood. It's making the star players bigger than life. And that's what we're going to see with Luka Doncic. Historically, the Lakers have been very player-friendly, and there is no franchise in the NBA that has had more stars than the Lakers. You think of Kobe, you think of Shaq, you think of Magic, all the way down Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I could go on and on. The Lakers are known for their stars, and that is why stars tend to flock to the Lakers. LeBron James flocked to the Lakers. Everybody wants to live in Hollywood. Everybody wants to live in Los Angeles. The weather's perfect, the business opportunities outside of basketball, and of course, the Lakers are the best franchise in the NBA, and everybody knows it. This is a great fit for Luka, who is one of the game's biggest stars, and I think he's going to take this Lakers franchise to the next level over the next decade or so. And since the trade, he's done just that. The Lakers sit currently second in the Western Conference, ahead of the Nuggets by a half game. Now, the Thunder are obviously running away with the 1 seed in the West, but when you look at what Luka's done over the last 4 games, since playing the Mavericks pretty much, where he kind of struggled shooting there, he's putting up really good numbers: 21, 31, 29, 30, stuff in the stat sheet with the rebounds and assists. The shooting numbers have improved. Against the Clippers, that was the first game as a Laker that he shot over 50%. Still a respectable 9 of 19 from the field for Luka against New Orleans last night. And I'll tell you what, in the game against New Orleans last night, when he hit those 3 threes in the first quarter, I was like, oh man, he's about to go for 50. He settled for 30. It was obviously an easy win for the Lakers, but it does seem like he's settling in. I still think he's turning the ball over a little bit too much. He's just trying to make a little too much happen on the offensive end. But with someone with Luka's caliber and passing ability, you're going to have to live with those dumb turnovers. Like, there was one play where he grabs the rebound and tried to throw a stretch pass, a 70-foot pass, that just got intercepted by New Orleans, where he just tried to get someone out for an easy dunk. And you're just going to have to live with those because he's going to give you the 9 assists. If he turns it over 3 or 4 times, like I said, you're simply just going to have to live with it. Coming up next, though, we are going to break down what a potential Luka Doncic extension could look like for the Lakers here in the coming months, maybe even this summer. But first, we have to give a shout out to our sponsor, which of course is PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. PrizePicks has over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, making daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on PrizePicks. The month of March is basketball season, and make sure you get in on the action with our friends at PrizePicks today. The best place to get action in over 30 states, including Georgia, Florida, Texas, and California. They put their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. And when your picks hit, you can get your money in as quick as 15 minutes. I have a little projection for tonight's game between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Dallas Mavericks. I'm going to take the more on Damian Lillard plus Klay Thompson, 6.5 3-pointers made. I'm going to take the less on former Laker Max Christie, 15.5 points. Then I will also take the more on Giannis Antetokounmpo, 29 points. So you can copy my picks or you can make picks of your own. Just please make sure you do it with our friends over at PrizePicks. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use code CLNS to get a $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to receive that bonus. It is guaranteed. Again, download the app. Use code CLNS to get that $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. That link will be clickable in the comments and the description of today's show. It is PrizePicks. Run your game. So as we sit right now, Luka is eligible to sign a new contract extension with the Lakers on August 2nd. And if I'm the Lakers, I'm giving him that max offer the second they are eligible to. And that max extension for the Lakers is 4 years, $229 million. And as if Luka needed another reason to be mad at the Mavericks, his max with the Mavs was going to be 5 years and $346 million. So they cost him about $115 million. But nonetheless, the Lakers should give this to Luka, and it shouldn't even be a thought in their mind. However, it will depend on what the Lakers do in the offseason, if they give him that extension or not. I think they're going to end up doing so, just given the nature of the NBA right now, and you don't want to let Luka hit free agency, because if he doesn't sign an extension this summer, he can opt out and become a free agent in the summer of 2026, and I doubt the Lakers want it to get there. And when you take a look at the Lakers roster, this team is really well built for Luka, if we're being honest, with Austin Reeves, with LeBron James, who, by the way, at age 40 is playing like a top 5 player in the league again. He looks absolutely incredible with Luka out there. Luka has made Jackson Hayes about $50 million in his career as well. He's making a living catching those lobs from Luka and just getting super wide open dunks. It's pretty unbelievable. Rui Hachimura is a good fit there as well. Dorian Finney-Smith, who Luka knows well from his time in Dallas, alongside Maxi Kleber, who is injured once again, but I believe he's still under contract next year as well. So the Lakers don't have a ton of flexibility as far as this offseason goes. It would not surprise me if they gave him the extension this offseason, but there is another option for Luka and the Los Angeles Lakers. They don't have to sign this extension on August 2nd. Here's what Bobby Marks, NBA front office insider. If you don't follow Bobby Marks, you need to go to if you want to learn everything and anything about the salary cap. But he said to recoup money lost when he was traded, Doncic would be better served to financially sign a 3-year, $165 million extension, which would also be the 3-year max, with a player option in 27-28. Doncic would then be eligible to sign that 5-year, $418 million contract extension in the 2028 off season. It would not shock me if the Lakers went this route and Luka ended up signing that Supermax 5-year deal with the Lakers down the road. But the only pause with that is, God forbid, knock on all the wood possible, what if Luka gets injured? What if his play starts to deteriorate? If you're Luka right now, I would say go ahead and take that 4-year max, and then you can reevaluate. Whether it's a 3+1 or however you structure the deal, I would take the max, but I don't know. If I'm Luka, that's kind of my thinking, but who knows what him and his agent Bill Duffy are thinking down the road. And Brian Windhorst had this to say, and this was a report that came out just a week or so after the trade, where he said, staying with LA is far from guaranteed, and I don't know. It's not a 100% guarantee that Luka stays with the Lakers in the foreseeable future, but it's definitely, I wouldn't call it far from guaranteed. If I had to scale it from 1 to 100, I'd say it's 85% Luka stays with the Lakers long term. The other 15 is he goes and tests the market. There are just a couple of other teams that I could see Luka playing for. I could see him playing for the Miami Heat. He has an affinity for Miami and the city and whatnot. And then I could see him playing in Denver with his buddy Nikola Jokic. But other than that, I think he's going to stay a Laker, and I don't think the Lakers will have any problem convincing Luka to stay in LA long term. But what say you? Let me know down in the comment section. Will Luka Doncic stay with the Lakers long term, beyond next season, beyond the season after that? Type Y for yes or type N for no. Let me know down below. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is youtube.com/LakersTV. We'll have you covered through all of the latest Lakers news and rumors. The playoff race is heating up. The Lakers are going to be heavily involved in that Western Conference race to get to the 2025 NBA Finals. And this is your one-stop shop for all things Lakers. Hit that sub button, and we'll see you soon.